Senate DFLers announced their budget targets on Friday. The legislature's lone majority caucus, they didn't need to agree with Republicans to set those targets. The House is a different story.
These budget targets represent a compromise between Democrats and Republicans.
You can see that they worked hard coming up with what was fair and really coming to an agreement early on. It shows that House Republicans have been wanting to work with our Democrat colleagues.
The House announced targets over the weekend. With a tie in the House chamber, those targets took pieces from both sides to achieve a middle ground.
Now, going forward in the House and in the global budget negotiations, it's really important that we leave our ideological battles to the side and we focus on completing a state budget for the people of Minnesota.
The House's bipartisan targets are very different from the governor and Senate, making bigger cuts to areas like human services. The biggest differences come in the out years, fiscal years 28 and 29. Still 4 years away, that's when the state is expected to enter a $6 billion deficit.
There's certainly 1,000 ways you could balance this budget more. And even amongst Democrats, there's a number of different approaches you could take.
The House's budget trims nearly $1.1 billion more in the out years than the Senate. It also makes more than $600 million in cuts to human services.
That is from forecasted growth. So that is not a cut to existing appropriations. That is just reducing the growth from what it would have been to a more manageable number.
But how we get to the number that is out there is going to be determined by the chairs, and there is spending that can be right-sized.
Reporting in St. Paul, I'm Quinn Gorham.